Chaos is not coming. It is already here, woven into the fabric of life in ways you cannot always anticipate. The deadlines, the unexpected setbacks, the sudden conflicts, the endless barrage of noise, they arrive uninvited, challenging your focus, your energy, your sense of equilibrium. Yet amidst this turbulence, there exists a calm that is entirely yours, a sanctuary within that cannot be touched by circumstance unless you allow it. Imagine meeting every storm with steady breath, unwavering focus, and a mind unshaken by external frenzy. This is not a dream. It is a practice, a reclaiming of presence, and the beginning of mastery over your own inner climate. And if you are ready to anchor this practice into your life, subscribing ensures these reminders are always within reach, guiding you back to calm whenever the world becomes loud. The first step is awareness, recognizing the chaos without letting it consume you. Most people are swept along by life's currents, reacting reflexively to every disturbance, every demand, every jolt of unexpected energy. Begin by noticing the sensations within your body as chaos arrives. Tension in the shoulders, rapid heartbeat, shallow breath, scattered thoughts. Label them. Observe them. Breathe. By separating yourself from immediate reaction, you create a space between stimulus and response, a space where calm can emerge. In this space, you discover the subtle but profound truth. Chaos exists outside of you, but calm is cultivated inside. And every moment you return to this center, every breath you take in conscious awareness, reinforces a resilience that the outside world cannot dismantle. Yet awareness alone is not enough. Calm is a skill that must be trained, like a muscle that grows stronger through repeated, deliberate practice. Begin with small, controlled exercises. When frustration rises, pause before speaking. When stress intensifies, close your eyes and focus on your breath. When thoughts spiral, step back and observe them without judgment. These micro-practices accumulate, creating an inner reservoir of stability that sustains you through greater storms. Gradually, what once required effort becomes automatic. Your calm is no longer fragile. It becomes an integral part of your identity, a sanctuary you carry wherever you go. And as you cultivate this inner stillness, subscribing provides a gentle anchor, ensuring that guidance is always available in moments of overwhelm. But true calm also requires perspective. Chaos often feels overwhelming because we forget the transient nature of events. No situation, however intense, lasts forever. Time flows, circumstances shift, and energy moves. By anchoring yourself in the understanding of impermanence, you cultivate a calm that is steady not because life is predictable, but because you are grounded. Begin by practicing this perspective. When stress or conflict arises, remind yourself, this is temporary. I will navigate it. I will remain steady. Let this mantra accompany your breath, letting it root you amidst the turbulence. Slowly, the outer chaos ceases to dictate your inner state. You remain the observer, steady and aware, even in the eye of the storm. Yet calm is not passive. It is deliberate engagement with the present moment. Notice how often panic or agitation is fueled by projecting into the future, imagining worst-case scenarios, or replaying past mistakes. Calm emerges when attention is reclaimed and placed squarely in the here and now. Practice by focusing on one thing at a time, your breath, your body, your immediate task. Let your awareness anchor in what is, rather than what might be. Each moment of focused presence becomes a brick in the architecture of inner stability, creating a mind that navigates chaos with clarity rather than panic. And as you establish this practice, subscribing becomes a subtle but powerful reinforcement, a reminder to return to center whenever life threatens to pull you away. Finally, notice the subtle influence calm has on your interactions. Your presence becomes a stabilizing force for others, a quiet signal that chaos can be met with clarity, that tension can be softened, that focus can be reclaimed. Without force, without control, without effortful domination, your calm guides the energy around you, setting a tone of resilience that radiates outward. Each act of maintained composure strengthens not only your inner life, but the environment around you. And as you continue on this journey, Subscribing serves as a gentle companion, keeping these principles close, so you can navigate even the most unpredictable moments with confidence, grace, and unshakable poise. Awareness and perspective have opened the door, but mastery requires daily practice and deliberate engagement. Life will continue to challenge you with unexpected twists, demanding moments, and relentless pressure. The question is not whether chaos will arise, it always will, but how you choose to respond. Begin by observing the triggers that most often disrupt your equilibrium. Perhaps it is a sudden conflict at work, a family disagreement, or news that sparks worry. Notice the physical sensations, the racing thoughts, the tension that appears without warning. Then pause. Breathe deeply. Step back from the unfolding story and ask yourself, do I respond from calm and clarity, or from reflex and agitation? Each pause strengthens the neural pathways of presence, reinforcing the habit of deliberate response. Over time, your mind learns to operate from steadiness rather than reaction, and chaos loses its ability to control your inner world. Subscribing can serve as a quiet companion in this ongoing practice, offering reminders that your calm is yours to reclaim. The next layer of mastery is intentional structure. Even in the midst of external chaos, creating routines and habits that anchor your mind and body reinforces resilience. Simple practices, morning breath work, journaling, mindful walking, or even brief pauses throughout the day, act as touchstones of stability. Each act of deliberate grounding strengthens the connection to your center, allowing you to navigate external unpredictability without surrendering your state. Life's storms no longer feel overwhelming, because you have prepared an inner foundation that cannot be shaken. And as this practice becomes habitual, subscribing provides continued reinforcement, keeping these techniques fresh and accessible in moments when you are most tempted to be carried away by chaos. Yet calm is not only about resisting external disruption, it is about cultivating an internal dialogue that supports steadiness. Notice the stories your mind tells in moments of stress. This is too much. I can't handle this. Things will fall apart. These narratives amplify turbulence and pull you away from presence. Begin to reframe them. I can navigate this. I will respond deliberately. I remain steady in the storm. Speak these mantras quietly. Let them guide your breath, and observe the subtle shift in energy that occurs. Over time, this internal recalibration transforms your emotional landscape, allowing calm to emerge even when external circumstances remain unpredictable. And for those committed to reinforcing this mindset, subscribing acts as a gentle nudge to maintain this inner dialogue consistently. Applied practice extends into every interaction and environment. Notice how quickly stress can escalate when multiple demands converge, or when others' agitation begins to influence your own energy. Here, mastery lies in presence and measured response. Speak clearly, act deliberately, and maintain your focus on what you can control, your breath, your thoughts, your actions, rather than attempting to manage the chaos itself. Each moment of mindful engagement reinforces your authority over your inner state, gradually shaping a life in which external turbulence no longer dictates your rhythm. Over time, this deliberate presence becomes magnetic, influencing those around you not through control, but through steady example. Subscribing ensures that these subtle but powerful lessons remain close, available whenever you feel pulled off center. Boundaries are essential for sustaining calm. Life's chaos often arises not only from circumstance, but from overcommitment, overexposure, and the surrender of energy to others' demands. Practice conscious boundary setting. Prioritize your attention, decline tasks or interactions that drain your energy unnecessarily, and carve space for restoration. Each boundary is an act of self-respect and an anchor for presence. The stronger your boundaries, the more resilient your inner calm, and the more consistently you operate from steadiness rather than reactivity. Over time, this creates a life in which chaos is encountered without fear, pressure is met without panic, and your energy is preserved for what truly matters. And as you refine this practice, subscribing acts as a quiet companion, reminding you to maintain these boundaries even when life's pace accelerates. Finally, resilience emerges from repetition and reflection. Each day provides opportunities to exercise calm, each challenge an invitation to reclaim presence, and each pause a reinforcement of mastery. Even when storms are sudden and intense, you have the tools to observe, breathe, and respond with clarity. Slowly, what once felt effortful becomes instinctive. Your calm ceases to be a reaction and becomes the default rhythm of your life. And as this inner sovereignty solidifies, subscribing becomes not merely a gesture, but a reinforcement of your commitment to remain grounded, deliberate, and centered, even in the most chaotic of circumstances. By now, you have cultivated awareness, practiced deliberate responses, established grounding routines, reframed internal narratives, and set boundaries that protect your energy. Yet true mastery emerges when these practices are woven seamlessly into the rhythm of your daily life. Imagine walking into each day knowing that, regardless of the noise, conflict, or unexpected upheaval, your inner state remains unshaken. You are not at the mercy of circumstance. Instead, you navigate the storm with clarity, confidence, and deliberate presence. And as you carry this forward, subscribing ensures that these reminders remain close, a guiding hand when life becomes overwhelming or chaotic. Integration begins with reflection and conscious review. Each night, look back on your day. When did calm guide your choices, and where did reactivity slip in? Observe without judgment, treating each moment as a lesson rather than a failure. Celebrate the instances where you return to your center, where deliberate action replaced impulsive reaction. Where you faltered, see it as a gentle reminder to refine your practice. Over time, this reflection strengthens the neural pathways of calm, embedding presence and composure into your very being. Your emotional responses gradually align with awareness rather than chaos, and the storms of life no longer dictate the tone of your inner world. Even in relationships, your cultivated calm becomes a subtle force for transformation. Others unconsciously respond to your presence, tension softens, clarity spreads, and interactions shift from reactive exchanges to measured, intentional communication. Emotional influence flows outward without force, control, or dominance. You become a stabilizing force in the lives of those around you, not by controlling their energy, but by maintaining your own. Each encounter reinforces your mastery, and each moment of steady presence becomes a testament to the power of deliberate engagement. And as you continue to embody this influence, subscribing provides ongoing guidance, helping you sustain this practice even amid unpredictable interactions. Purpose-driven presence is the final layer of mastery. The energy once consumed by panic, agitation, or scattered thoughts is now available to direct toward meaningful action. Each decision, each task, each interaction becomes guided by clarity, alignment, and deliberate intention. Life no longer feels like a series of storms to survive, but a flowing, purposeful engagement in which your choices are informed by your values rather than circumstance. Calm is no longer a defensive posture. It is an active force that empowers your actions, sharpens your focus, and elevates your presence. And for those committed to sustaining this transformation, subscribing becomes a tool to reinforce these principles consistently, ensuring your practice remains vibrant and accessible. Even mastery requires humility and continued practice. Unexpected events, sudden disruptions, and high-pressure situations will inevitably arise. What differentiates mastery from mere skill is the ability to pause, observe, breathe, and respond deliberately no matter the intensity. Each conscious act strengthens your sovereignty over your internal state, making your calm automatic rather than fragile. Gradually, what once required effort becomes second nature, and the default rhythm of your life becomes deliberate, steady, and resilient. Subscribing ensures that reminders, guidance, and reinforcement are always available to sustain this cultivated presence. Finally, let your calm extend beyond yourself. Your steady energy influences the environment, shaping interactions and setting a tone of clarity without demanding it. Life's chaos may still rage around you, yet you become the constant, the quiet authority that navigates storms with grace. Each breath, each choice, each deliberate pause becomes a testament to the freedom you have cultivated, a reflection of mastery in motion. Take a deep breath now, and let it settle into your mind, body, and spirit. Feel the unshakable calm that exists within you, always available, always present, always guiding. Rise grounded. Rise deliberate. Rise unshaken. Let every decision reflect clarity. Let every action emerge from presence, and let every interaction honor the steadiness you have cultivated. Life will continue to shift, to challenge, and to test, yet you, anchored, deliberate, sovereign, remain steady. Calm is your power. Presence is your authority. Awareness is your compass. And as you continue this journey, remember, mastery of calm is not a destination, but a living, breathing practice, cultivated moment by moment, breath by breath, choice by choice.